Capricorn, hi. I'm going to do a general love reading today using the Llewellyn deck and the Celtic cross layout. And just to let you know, it may not resonate with everyone. If it does resonate with you, there will be an extended that's listed in the box below. And I'm also doing personal readings right now, and that information's in the box below. All right, let's get started, Capricorn. So general love reading can mean, not necessarily romantic love, but something to do with love, creativity, path, romance, all kinds of things. So I never know because these are your cards, so it's as much a surprise to me what comes up. I just read it for you, okay? Also to let you know that the gender cards in here, the male and female, are about the divine energies, masculine and feminine, which we all have in us, not about the genders. And I don't do reversals, okay? So here we go. So this is a card from the universe guiding it. It's a Three of Pentacles, so I'll just do a clarifier on that. So I got the Death card, the Four of Wands, and the Five of Wands. Now, I'm going to leave that for a minute until we get into the reading, and then what I'll do is keep probably referring back to it, okay? In a position of what the energies above you are, we have the Devil card. Let's see about that. And the King of Wands at the base, and the Magician in the immediate past. So it feels to me like what's going on here is there's some kind of deep transformation that's taking place in terms of determining what, who you are. So kind of your reality versus illusion, okay? And that's what I see too as I look back here at the guidepost, because there's a Death card showing up here too. So I kind of feel like there's been a lot of input into your identity, for lack of a better word. And sometimes we grow up with that. We have a lot of input that's coming in, but this feels to me more like, I don't know, it's because with the Devil card there, it's kind of the illusion that I see it presenting is that you have to make choices, okay? And you have to choose somehow who you are between this or that. I can think of an example from my own life. I worked once with artists who had gone through art school. And when they were in art school, what they were told in art school was that they had to choose between what type of artist they are. Are you a filmmaker? Are you a painter? Are you a, sculptor? Whatever. But you need to make a choice so that you can follow that into, developing it. And then I was teaching marketing to artists. And so what I realized is that, it isn't that simple, and you don't have to make a clear choice. There are ways of being able to integrate and combine all your passions. Because my feeling is if you cut out one piece of that, of what you're passionate about as to who, where your personal expression is, then you're kind of inhibiting all of your passion and your personal expression. And that's kind of what I see here with the Devil. So kind of making you believe, okay, that you have to make a choice, and it's either going to be this or it's going to be that. And that's a really difficult choice. So that kind of puts people in a bit of a stalemate position where, well, yeah, but if I choose this, then I can't do that. And I really relate to that. But I relate to this too. But if I do that, then I can't do this. And that's how I found with the artist. So what I'm seeing here over you that's combating that, because that's now these are over that clarifying, is having the ability more to share all your resources, because there's there's a lot of people out there that need what you have to offer, and if you try to figure out how you're going to present yourself only as one thing, then that kind of robs them of the rest of you, and also robs you of the rest of your personal expression and being able to freely put out your passion into the world. So then the Hermit is showing up here and the Page of Wands. So the Hermit is kind of advising to take some time yourself now, just you on your own path, to light up your path based on your own counsel. So getting in touch with who you are for you, not for anyone else, but just your own values, your own. And if you find there's more than one, thing happening in there, then lighting up the path with all of the things that you find in there. And then taking your time with the Page of Wands to see where that's going to go. Okay, so that's what I see happening here, and I see that happening here too, because you've got the Death card showing. So it's kind of the end of that limited, of that limited perspective that's been offered to you. That is not where you're coming from, okay? And this will free you up much more to be able to move into, into your the whole you and your whole expression. And I think that's been a bit of an inhibitor till now for you being able to be free to commit to who you are, because you keep thinking you have to, but it's got to be this or this. And no, it could be this and this, or it could be this and this and this, you know what I mean? Okay, so that's what I see happening here, which has been inhibiting you with the Five of Wands here. And then you've got the Three of Pentacles. So the reason for this to be clear, and that's why it's showing up in these positions, is that at this point, it's kind of based on the law of attraction. So there's all parts of you that then can attract people into your life to work with, be with, based on your values, and based not just one value, not just one perception of yourself, but on the whole you and what you have and what you want to, who you are. Now we've got the Magician in the immediate past. So understanding that the Magician is the alchemist. And let's say you have all of these, all these parts of you. Well, the alchemist can rearrange them. It's still you, okay? So the alchemist can transform you into different, parts of you. And based on that, then we got Three of Wands and the Knight of Swords showing up, which is super exciting, because now it's like you're free, right? You've got I can go after this now. And the Three of Wands, it's opening up a much, much bigger landscape for you. Instead of trying to, put yourself in this little piece of category of who I am, now, oh my God, the whole world's opening up. And you can look at it from a different perspective, like you're in a different position where you can, view the landscape of the world that's opening up for you from a higher perspective, so you can see more, kind of thing, and then follow it. And that's what I see, because you've got the King of Wands. Now, once again, not gender. So the King of Wands is wanting you, this is a position of your base where you're trying to find your path in the world in terms of, maybe work, maybe expression, maybe, all kinds of things, but kind of getting on that. So taking the whole you on that, because that's where the base is. You've got the Emperor, the Three of Swords, and the Ten of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles showing here. So the Emperor is showing up in your near future. And we've got the Page of Pentacles with that. So I kind of feel like, and then we've got the Six of Cups. So I feel like the Emperor is somebody in your life that's older maybe than you, but has a lot of life experience. Okay, and you admire them. You trust them. Now, this isn't an emotional connection. It's not an emotional relationship, but it's more somebody. Could be a teacher. It could be even an institute, for that matter. It could be somebody that you even read. An author. A guide of some sort, a spiritual guide, whatever. And they're offering you some information, some knowledge here. And you trust them because, as I say, they've had a lot of life experience. And they're willing to share that with you. And I think what they have to teach you is about soulmates type thing, and about the laws of attraction. That if our soul is lined up with our truth, which is what I say with the hermit here, then you attract people that are the right people to be in your life at this point. And that's wisdom from the emperor, because that person's been through a fair amount of life, and you've been hurt in the past. You've got the Three of Swords, and I think that's probably what it was, is that you kind of you left it up to random, or maybe you thought you had to make a choice, so you're only drawing these people in, or maybe because you thought you had to make a choice, you didn't make any choice, and then you just kind of went along with whatever happened, and you got hurt. But that's behind you now. And so what the Emperor is saying is, once you're lined up, you will draw your soul family, your soul mates, your soul partners into your life, because now you're putting you out there in authenticity, in full truth, in full your expression of you. And then you've got the Ten of Wands. So with you're looking for a place to take all of you, all of the things that you've grown and developed. You're anxious to be able to take that somewhere now, into the next part of your life here. And then the Eight of Pentacles showing up. So knowing all this now that has been uncovered here, you're in a position now, as the universe is, the path and the landscape, as I say, is way broader now. It's like, okay, then it's time to do some research and figure out, how do I get out there? How do I get this part of me out there? How do I get that part of me out there, right? So just researching to find where, you're putting it out in, target marketing, for lack of a better word, but putting, your energies out into the places where you feel connected, like the Three of Pentacles, where people in those areas align with you. And then you've got the Six of Wands, because what you're looking for in your subconscious is you're looking for recognition of who you are. I mean, we have this need to be known, and we have this need to know others, and that's what this is. And recognizing, acknowledgement of who you are. And so finding the people, now they can see you because you're showing the whole you, instead of just, this little piece, or maybe nothing because you're feeling too defensive, okay? So this is kind of like a victory ride. And we've got the Page of Cups as the outcome, which lines up with that. And so it's the beginning of you being able to move into that life force. You can see the water, which is the life force, which is emotions, the spiritual part of the world, putting your identity, or your creative expression, or your personal expression, putting it out there. So it's the beginning of it, because this recognition will then come, right? So you're drawing people into you based on, you. And the Knight of Cups is in a position of what you want. So I feel like, along with the Knight of Swords here on you, is that you're kind of hungry for this. It's like, I want to get moving on this. I really feel like I've been constrained, and now I understand why, and I can, I really want to, be out in the world more. And then the Queen of Cups, which is beside, in your environment, with the Four of Cups, this is kind of like, and once again, this is not, a female, it's more the feminine energy. So it's kind of that nurturing energy, letting it in, right? The Four of Cups showing that you trust what's going to come. Right? As much as you've got the Emperor here, you also have the Queen of Cups. And this kind of person, male or female, I kind of see them as a nurturing force for you to, help you understand that there's more than what you thought that's around you and available for you, okay? And therefore giving you the ability to begin to start moving out there. Okay, I'm going to expand more upon this stuff when we do the extended. Also, just drawing a card from the universe here, and this is an oracle card from the wisdom of the Avalon, and we've got the Raven. Awesome. Movement. So, magic, coincidence, synchronistic events. So, once again, putting your whole being out there, not just this, I can only choose this. I can't choose that. This is who I am, right? That's the devil. That's kind of like trying to constrict you. If you feel constricted that way and you feel like you're being forced to make a choice as to who you are, something wrong with this picture. So believe in magic, believe in coincidence, believe in synchronistic events. So people come into our lives based on that kind of magic, but it's actually we're drawing them because it's who we're putting out. So let's put our whole selves out there, I say. All right. Thanks very much. And I might see you in the extended. If not, I'll see you next week.